Morra morra, and welcome to the SA Lawn. Oh, it's the 17th of October and I am going to renovate my Kentucky bluegrass lawn. Okay, Owen, so just a quick background. The last couple of months almost has been horrendous for growing Kentucky bluegrass. The weather was so flippin' warm. I've got a lot of these huge boulders underneath this grass, and the thing I think it's doing is those things are gathering heat. Owens, I'm talking 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35 degrees Celsius every flippin' day for the last 120,000 days, it feels like. But let me tell you, for the next week, I've checked my weather prediction thingy, and they've predicted rain now for a couple of times. Nothing. It always happens. Guys, please just flip in. The guys in Johannesburg, in Pretoria, put up your hand, because this prediction thing in September and October is a load of peep. It's a load of peep. They're lying, they're flousing us. They're telling us this and they're telling us that, and now we've got water restrictions. Thank goodness for the borehole. We never get lekker rain in September and October, and the prediction is a bit of a dog show. It's a bit of a circus. Okay, so now I see you for the next week. At least there's about 7 or 8 days in a row from this afternoon onwards, which they're predicting rain. But even better than that is the temperatures are predicted to be dipping about 10 degrees for the next 10 days. So that is good enough reason for me to renovate this lawn right now. So in other words, I'll get quick recovery, because this thing is stressed out when it's warm, Owens. Check, it's brown, it's suckling, and I put a ton of water down last night to get this thing to tick along. So now the temperatures are coming down, and I'm pretty sure we'll see good recovery and good, progress on this lawn. Let's get into the renovation. Owens, so I've got a new mower. Well, let me not lie, it's definitely not new. It's probably about 40,000 years old, but it's a new to my location. What is it? It's a Greensmaster 1000. So I'm sending in my professional for a blade sharpening. Not that this scalping of this lawn would have done much damage, because it's so flippin' soft and I don't have a lot of stones here. But today we're going to try out this beast, and probably in a few videos from now, I've had this for maybe just over a month now, we'll do a review of this and a comparison to the professional, and we'll see what the key differences are and what the general usage difference is of a mower like this, which is used mainly on greens and now on Kentucky bluegrass. Right. Okay, Owens, lowering the height of cut on this thing is quite a bit different than the professional. That's one of the things that you'll have to get used to between the two mowers, but we'll get into an in-depth review and the differences and all those type of things. But you have to loosen a couple of nuts here. I'm sort of using my drill with a 15mm socket on here, and I'm just going to turn it up to a ballpark thingy here. If you do this with a spanner, you need to take about a week's leave, Owens. Not the easiest thing to do. That looks more or less the same height. So what I want to do here is just to take most of the leaf blade off, not scalp it to the ground like with my kikuyu, not necessary. I've scarified your verticutted here about 2 weeks back and taken out most of the thatch, so it's not very thick at the moment. I just want the leaf blade to make it more manageable when we do the next steps of this renovation for 2022. Okay, so I'm just going to get the basket. I've done the trim pass, but I'm going to mow with the basket, because otherwise there's going to be a ton of clippings everywhere. I've never used the basket, I don't know how it goes on here. Oh, raise the height of cut a bit. It's a little bit low, just a smidgen. Bogging down a bit, I'm gonna raise the height of cut again. Mower this, it's a sturdy thing. It's a sturdy beast, that thing. Check how nice these clippings are, Owens. Now, these are the last bit, so it's a little bit brown, but let me dig in a bit here. Check how nice these first clippings were. So small. Okay, the lawn was already quite short. But look how beautiful they are. Okay, so it has lost quite a bit of color because there's quite a lot of Kentucky bluegrass leaf blades missing. Guys, this mow, I must say this lawn is flat. After that sand last year, this thing is quite flat. But I've mowed quite short, guys. Check here. Check here. Just check at this. I'm pressing as hard as I can. That is probably 7 mils. Maybe 6. On to the spike rolling. Yeah, so I've got my neighbour's spike roller here. I just measured, it won't fit up my ramp there. So I'm not sure I'm going to get this here. Thanks from Dirk for your spike roller. Sorry for the funny noises, it's the only way I can get it up here. Oh, you know. Okay, lost the biggie. Wait, lekker man. Right down, so it's a spike roller and it's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 solid tines running across the width of this, I would reckon about 70 centimeter spike roller, which you can also fill with some water by removing this nut right here, filling it or emptying it, depending on how heavy you want it. Great thing about this thing is the transport wheels. I think that's a great addition. The only thing is if you get to the side of the lawn, you kind of have to turn it around or do push and pulling. I'll show you what I mean right now. But the transport wheels are great because it means that your tines will stay fairly sharp because you don't pull it and drag it around on concrete. Right, so if you've never done this, not to worry, it's not the most difficult thing to do in the world. However, it is quite labor intensive. But with that being said, it is 150 times easier than doing it with a fork, you know, a garden fork, and spiking it. This thing, you'll maybe work hard for 20 minutes and then you're done. And you can sit on the couch and watch the rugby and watch your lawn. Love the holes that it's made. Why do we want to make holes in our lawn? Because like this lawn, it struggles to take in water and nutrients and oxygen from the air. So when we do a spike rolling application, or even better, a core aeration where you pull a plug from the soil to really relieve compaction, that allows all that stuff to go down to the root zone where you want it. You want your water, your nutrients, in other words, your fertilizers and oxygen to meet your root zone. That's where it's taken up best, Owens. So not much to us. Drag it. I'm going to drag it quite a bit because this lawn is the most compact one that I have. And then after that, obviously, we're going to target this with top dressing, but we'll get to that. Oh, it's making nice holes. One thing you want to be careful of is to take note where your sprinklers are, because those you will easily damage and even easier to damage is your sprinkler pipes. You'll burst a million holes in your sprinkler pipes with this thing, let me guarantee you that. So I'm going to give this top part another pass. Guys, I'm telling you, I'm probably not busy for maximum 8 minutes, 10 minutes. And I'm already done with the lawn with one pass. It's so easy with a spike roller. I'm going to treat this area twice. Then I'm going to put some more water down because the infiltration is so pathetic right here. The soil just has no soil qualities. And then I'm going to leave it for a few minutes. However, I did put quite a lot of water down yesterday. I'm going to leave it for a few minutes. For that water to soak in and soften up the root system, and then I'm going to have another go, especially on this top part where I'm struggling with infiltration and water retention. Right, so I'm putting water down, and I'm pretty sure, like I say, that the issue is not only water. It's also these rocks underneath this lawn is generating a lot of heat in the warmest periods of the year. And this lawn just can't effectively grow in this heat. It loves cooler temperatures. Right, Owen, so it's the next morning, and I did make quite some holes more, which I didn't film. I probably spent another 20 minutes or so after obviously flushing that soil with water. As you can see, let me show you from the top, there is a million holes. So yeah, looking good, Owens, looking good all over. Okay, Owen, so an interesting thing that I've picked up is obviously with that drum roller, it's not a straight poke down. So wherever the soil is quite waterlogged and soggy, it kind of rips up some of the turf, just like it does here. But the problem areas, quite interestingly, where it's a very sandy and rocky, it almost doesn't do that at all. So you've really got to come over the top to see the holes. There's a million holes, but just interesting, wherever the soil's good, kind of rips it up a bit when it's really soggy and soft. So yeah, guys, I think good results, good scalp. Didn't take off everything, and quite a nice amount of holes here, ready for the next step of my renovation. But on that note, I'm going to end this video. Thank you so much for watching, guys. I really do appreciate it. If you enjoyed this video, give me a like there. Show me your love, Owens, and remember to subscribe. Thank you so much for watching. I shall see for you in the next video. Just for now, bye bye.